Hello and welcome to this Panaka guide. Now what's funny about this is this wasn't even the mech that I wanted to play, but I was kind of forced to play it, and well, let me tell you, I'm glad I was forced to because I'm enjoying this mech very much, and I want to break down and give you guys all the knowledge that I've acquired playing this mech and what it has to offer. Now the kit itself is pretty straightforward. I mean, you are a medium range healer, so that's primarily what you're going to be doing. Starting off here with the rapid repair grappler, locks onto a friendly target and heals them for about 10 seconds if they stay in range, and you can only apply this to one ally at a time. So when you see a friendly, you click on them, that should lock on, and then you click the button again and it should start healing them. The only problem with this skill is it does have a range requirement. If your teammate moves too far away, it'll break, or if they move out of sight, it'll break and you'll have to recast after the 2-second cooldown. But what's cool about this skill is you can also dash to them, hopefully keeping the connection alive a little bit longer. Moving on to the only DPS weapon on this character, and that is the splitter. Basically a shotgun type of skill with a lot of ammo actually, and the closer you are, the more damage this bad boy gonna do. Now let me tell you something, this is no slouch. This skill actually does a pretty good amount of damage here. Another example of why it's classified as medium range, because the closer you are, the more your buckshots are gonna land on a target. Third on the list here is the repair drone. Pretty straightforward. It just shoots out a little repair drone that will heal your allies within a certain radius of you. You can hold about 4 of these and they last for actually 60 seconds, and you have about a 20-second CDR per drone. It should do it automatically, otherwise you just simply lock on, press 1, and it'll shoot out as they get close and stay within your range of you. Not much else to explain about this particular skill. Now this skill right here separates the men from the boys. Let me tell you, this skill is awesome. Basically, it drops down a shield from the sky, that can protect you, but it also does a massive, and I mean massive, amount of damage if it makes contact with an enemy. Now the cool thing about this is, yes, you can use it to damage the enemy, but there's so many other cool things you can do with this, and this is where the skill expression will come in. You could use it to make the terrain very difficult for the enemy team to move around in. You can use it if you're getting dove. You can separate yourself from a diving opponent and then run away like a little coward. You could also use it to block off guys who are just sitting here, and you put them in their own little cage, little timeout section there. But probably my personal favorite is using it so you can take the objectives in peace, right? Just block all the shots. If someone tries to come in while you're taking a point, like this tough guy right here, you just go ahead and plop that shield down. Guess what? I'm gonna take this point, no questions asked. And our final one is the emergency support drone, and let me stress that emergency. This skill is awesome. Basically a get out of free jail card. You can cast it on yourself or a friendly ally, and what it'll do is it'll give them a shield where they take no damage, they can't be immobilized, and it heals them over 15 seconds, and it's a really solid heal. Now as you can see, the barrier has 3 different colors, which is a visual representation of how much HP the shield has before it breaks, but if it does break, it'll still continue to heal through the remainder of the time frame. Now if you end up moving too far away, I'm pretty sure it'll recall back to you, or you can recall it early by pressing 3 again. When you use it on an ally, they will also be able to take your right click, which is basically your only DPS option, and use it as their own while they're fighting. Now be very careful with this, because if you do this, not only do you lose your DPS, now you lose the ability to shield yourself, heal yourself, and run away. So make sure you're standing pretty far back and you have some people around to protect you if you're going to use this on an ally. And that's basically the combo. If you were to throw all of this on an ally, my goodness, the healing is crazy. Look at this dude's healing comeback. That's massive. Now I want to touch base on something new players might do, and that is the execute. While it is funny and kind of cool, there is one downside. Hopefully you're seeing it right now. Yeah, you're gonna get blasted in the face. So if you're gonna do this, make sure no one's around, because yeah, you could potentially die just by doing something that stupid and careless. So keep that in mind, guys. So other than that, you just got to get your reps in. Don't be afraid to get in there, mix it up. Surprisingly, this mech can be quite durable, as you'll see in this particular clip. Now, like with all competitive games, you're not always going to get solid teams, and you're going to have noobs who just who knows what they're doing in this game. In this particular instance, I'm trying to save this payload game, but if you look, you can see one guy over there AFK. My other 2 guys were AFK flying around. It was basically me and one other dude trying to save this particular match. But look at this. It's basically 4 or 5 of them sitting right here. I'm popping shields, popping heals, evading, dodging, doing all this good stuff. You guys can do it too. It's not that hard now. I mean, if you're playing against pros, maybe it's going to be a little bit harder, but for the most part, the game's still relatively new. So not everyone's going to be, you know, as skillful as you might think they are. Other than that, pretty fun game. Have fun with it. It's just a mech shooters, and you know, nothing too seriously going on here. And if you keep playing, you keep practice, you implement the skills that I've shown you, you can be the MVP of the team just like me. But you know what? Maybe not just like me, because I'm the one and only Obesity Prime. See you guys in the next one. Peace.